Every year, thousands of Brits head to Europe in search of a dream.
To a dad, that is just pure pleasure.
This is heaven on earth.
But sunshine and scenery and a great lifestyle need to be paid for.
My bank is empty. We've got nothing left.
So to fund their fairy tale,
Get your little fishy when the boat comes in.
brave Brits are taking the plunge and going into business. On this series, we follow those expats,
Dave, you got any euros?
setting up anything from bars and boat charters in Spain to vineyards and B&Bs in France.
Not happy. Not happy.
But will they flourish?
We're going to do it, we must do it properly.
Or will they fail?
Money doesn't grow on trees.
It is life or death.
And can they really make a life in the sun pay?
Fans broke down. You are joking. It went bang.
On today's show, cash problems for the new bar in town.
It's not about money, it's about our quality of life.
It's about money, but
It's about money.
But will the bank manager save the day?
Let's just have a look at what happens in here today.
Let's be positive.
Will this fledgling B&B be ready for its first guests?
This house is just a permanent hazard at the moment. Screwdrivers, wire strippers.
And a Costa fisherman heads to new waters.
This is one of the reasons I wanted to come to this island, because the fishing is outstanding.
But his student is left stranded in the marina.
It's just delay after delay after delay.
The Costa Blanca, 200 kilometres of beautiful Mediterranean coastline. At the area's most northern point is the town of Javier. The town enjoys a subtropical climate with around 3,000 hours of sunshine a year. The wide bay sheltered between rocky headlands make it a popular choice for sun worshippers and also Brits who want to cash in on this market. 3 expats trying to do just that are Steve Stallion, his fiancée Kelly and mother-in-law Gail.
I want to be like Richard Branston. Branston?
Pickle. Gail Pickle.
Virgin!
They jacked in a life in Plymouth to move to Javier. And they plan to turn this bar into a family business.
It's a wonderful life. Spain is a wonderful country. It's friendly. It's warm. I'm used to the sun.
Over the last month, the bar has been transformed. But this has come at a cost. The family had a €10,000 renovations budget, but are now 8,000 over.
We still need to do the cash and carry.
So now they're at the bank to see if the manager will give them an overdraft.
Just have a look at what happens in here today, and then obviously...
Let's be positive. Let's say.
Oh, yeah.
They're hoping the overdraft will help them speed up the works because they need to open to make some cash.
I see some grey hairs.
I've got loads of grey hairs. I love them in my beard. It's quite nice now it's on brown flesh. It's not about money, it's about our quality of life.
It's about money, but I guess in my mind, I've always just envisioned.
After 20 minutes, they're out, and it's not good news.
He was extremely nice.
Yeah,
But
lovely.
and he's quite honest. Where do we come from? Who are we?
Yeah,
What
because
are
we
we
have
doing?
no history
We
whatsoever.
don't have any background. We don't have any collateral.
As
Who
expected.
are we?
Yeah. So, on the run.
With no bank records to fall back on, an overdraft is unlikely. So the family will need to use the very last of Gail's savings if they want to open in 10 days' time. Over the past 3 weeks, Steve has been working round the clock at the bar, ripping out all the old fixtures and fittings and decorating from top to bottom. But it still needs some vital finishing touches.
If the flies bother you, deal with them.
So they're on the hunt for some bargains.
Okay, they're this side.
My actual look would have been a cushion with little roses on it, but you're looking at $12 a cushion, and we've got 40 chairs.
We've looked at other ones which are thicker, but they're like twice as much, and so obviously with us being on our budget, then it works.
These cushions are kind on the wallet, saving the family €300. But will they be as kind on the derriere?
Yeah, they're fine.
Just under €177. So good.
And if we bought the ones we really wanted, it would have been about 500. Who knows when all the people come to the bar and spend their pullas and mullahs, then we'll get the luxury cushions. Adios, amigo.
Back at home, the stallions still have cash on the mind. The success of the bar will depend on the profit from the food they serve. So tonight they're working out how much they can make from their homemade fish cake.
3 eggs in this mix, let's say 75 cents. Flour, 25 cents. Let's say 150 for the potatoes. And the fish, probably €5 for the salmon and €5 for the cod, let's say that. Right, so what's the total amount? €10.
Yeah.
No, that's actually €12.50.
How many fish cakes are we going to get out of this?
20. Each fish cake will cost 50 cents each.
No, still not right.
Each serving will be 2 fish cakes. 10 portions out of this, okay? 10 portions.
Times by 10.
Well, no, we want to do... So we're saying 20 portions out of this.
50 cents times by 20. So this should cost us $10.
This will cost us $10, yeah.
No, still €12.50.
This costs us €10, okay,
Yes,
to make.
To make, yeah?
Okay, and out of that, we'll get 5 portions.
And you said 10 originally, now you say
No, okay.
The bar opening is already 2 weeks behind schedule, and if the family can't even work out basic pricing, Gail's dream of being the next Richard Branson could be slowly drifting away.
No, man, come on. You're not going to sell a starter at €3.
Marois-Sebel in the Dordogne department of the southwest of France. A small market town with a variety of traditional shops selling local delicacies. It is surrounded by some of the best countryside France has to offer. So it's easy to see why around 100 expats now live here. Among them, Alison and Richard Haylock. Alison and Richard were fed up of their old life in the chilly Scottish borders, so traded it in for a new one here.
The French like the outdoors, and I think that's part of their psyche.
We were at a picnic on Saturday, and it was an absolute delight.
Richard and Alison have spent the last 5 months turning this traditional French townhouse into a 3-bed B&B. But they've never done anything like this before. So now they've invited family to stay the night to see what they're doing wrong.
I'd like to think that all my children have been brought up to speak their minds. So if I say, what do you think of this? Is it working? They're not going to tell me, yes, it is, if it isn't.
The Haylocks guest house is the only B&B in the village. It has 3 guest rooms, each with their own ensuite. 2 are now finished. Well, almost.
That's a slight problem. But what we've got to do is get a very much heavier shower head, apparently, and think about it, but I have to warn people before they get in. If you laugh at me anymore, I'm going to collapse.
Maybe next door will be better.
Now this happened to me. Now I must be an idiot, because that's twice. It's all right when you're in it, but when you're not in it... Excuse me, I'm going to go and get changed.
The Haylocks' first guests are just hours away.
And that's chance in hell of everything being done. There's still an open saw on the coffee table in there with a 3-year-old coming in. There are tools, nails, everything left there.
This is the final straight for the Haylocks.
OK, my sweet, see you soon.
But they've run out of time.
God, this place is a nightmare for young children. I'm a teacher. I'm a mother of 5, and this house is just a permanent hazard at the moment. Screwdrivers, wire strippers.
Their guinea pig guests have arrived. Today is the first time Alison has seen her son Peter since they moved to France.
It's been such a long time. I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased to see you.
And she's about to be introduced to the very latest member of the Haylock clan. 6-month-old Evie.
Oh dear.
Hey. Hi, little one. Your room's ready.
Fantastic. You want to see our room? We go have a look.
Yeah?
Come on, man. Oh, wow. Oh, brilliant. What do you think of the room, Noah? Do you like your room? I think it's stunning. Really nice. Yeah, done a good job. It's beautiful. Yeah, definitely. Definitely big enough for a family as well, so it's good.
It's the next morning, and after spending the night here, Alison's family have pointed out a few issues.
It's done what we wanted it to, in that it's picked up problems with the showers. Well, we knew about that, but one of them, I think, the head is leaking. The other thing is that Amy and Peter, who share a wall, reckon that they can hear each other quite clearly. So we need to talk to our builder about some soundproofing or how that can best be done. Will we take young honeymoon couples? Probably not. Let's hope all ours are late middle age and past it. And we can get them a comfortable night's sleep and a decent wash in the morning, that's all.
And the over-friendly welcoming committee is a potential problem for the B&B.
Come on, Daisy!
But Alison has a plan.
That's Hugo, trying to get in when he gets shut out. Right, which is OK, because the door's going and we'll have to think of something else. But this is my Hugo prevention device. So hopefully we might get a bit of peace.
It's a short-term solution, but with a real booking now in the diary, will this be enough to keep the dogs away from the paying public? The Costa del Sol, 160 kilometres of coastline with long stretches of beaches and rustic Spanish villages dotted within its hills. In traditional fishing towns like Fuengirola, house prices are a fraction of what they are in the UK. 150,000 euros could land you a villa with its own pool. The town is also famous for its busy marina, with a host of businesses making money from the Med. The latest expat in search of his fortune is 29-year-old Nathan Williams.
Hello.
Nathan left his old corporate life in Surrey 2 months ago and is now living in the hills above the marina. He is currently leasing this stunning 6-bed villa overlooking the harbour. It's a bit different from the semi he left in Surrey.
It's really good. We're settling in really well. Loving Spain, absolutely love it. Love the way of life, love the people, love the cost of living, which is really, really good.
Nathan's bought a fishing charter for 140,000 euros from expat Dean Hoyle and has recently applied for his captain's licence. But he's never fished these waters. So while he waits for his licence, Dean has offered to show him the ropes.
That's an engine.
Before he heads off in search of his own dream.
I've got until the 30th of June, and then I'm finished.
Couple of weeks,
yeah.
Dean's made a good living, but now he's after a new challenge and wants to work out if the Cape Verde Islands have even more to offer.
I'm looking forward to it now. Looking forward to going somewhere nice, somewhere fresh, somewhere different.
new faces, new people.
Yeah.
But before all that, he's giving Nathan a lesson on where to find Fuengirola's finest fish.
Right, that's fish there, Nathan. That's fish there on the bottom. We're heading west towards our fishing spot, right there. Let's see what's happening there. See if we can find some mackerel today. A little bit bumpy, but I think we'll find some fish.
The Med is rich pickings for fishing, with mackerel, tuna, dorada, and even the odd shark.
Fish on, fish on.
But there's an art to landing a good catch.
Nathan, other side, son. You go under the boat there, mate. Never on the wind side of the boat. Am I good at showing you what to do? Yeah. You hesitated then. You didn't say straight away, yes, did he? He went, yeah.
Nathan is now becoming more confident about his new venture.
think I pretty much learnt most of the stuff I need to with Dean. It's mainly the fishing side of stuff. I've had boats all my life, so that's the bit I sort of know anyway.
He's a good boy. He's young, he's got plenty of enthusiasm. You know, I've got no idea what he's going to be like in the long run, the long haul of it all. But, you know, he seems he's got plenty of energy for it. So I just hope he can see it through.
Nathan has one more lesson. But next time, he'll not just have to impress Dean, he'll have to impress customers too. It's late June in Fuengirola. The average daily temperature is 30 degrees and rising. This part of Spain enjoys 11 hours of sun at this time of year. Perfect for a day's fishing on the Med.
Boys, how are we?
It's Dean's last training session before he heads to Cape Verde, and this time there are customers on board. But today's going to be a real battle of the brands. Nathan has his new merchandise on board.
Really happy about it. Yeah, I'm just waiting for jumpers as well, but obviously don't need that at the moment, so.
Right, let's go fishing.
Really, really excited about it. Yeah, see?
The warm currents and direct access to the Atlantic means this stretch of the Med attracts a huge variety of fish all year round.
It's the last week with Dean this week, so it's a good week to get involved with as many people as I can. Quite excited, obviously.
It's why anglers flock here to experience a day at sea.
Try there, lads, for the mackerel.
Experienced Dean is well aware of the best spots to catch fish, and it's time for Nathan to put his own stamp on things.
I need to see if it fits him. Got an extra small.
After 1 year of working for Dean, Deckhand Mac has a new boss, and he has the T-shirt to prove it.
Here we go. Look at that, nice and new. It's just another step, isn't it? I've got so many steps to take before I'm there, so this is just another step in the right direction. And looks good.
And time for Nathan to put his training to the test.
Give it a few cranks up to just take the slack out of the line. If you have the thinner line, then it'll spool up, yeah. I did it the other day. Come on, fishies. Scared them off.
It's not a great start. They're now an hour in without a bite. Old hand Dean decides to stick his oar in.
The small little taps, don't do nothing. Wait till you get the bigger knock, bigger pull, then strike them up, okay? We catch a little fishy when the boat comes in. Any knocks, boys?
Within minutes, they catch the first fish of the day.
Oh, yeah. Oh, mate, look at the size of that one.
And a second.
Oh, mate, chop.
And then a third.
Get that one for a little one.
It's neat.
Oh, what's this? First decent fish. Rest have all been goldfish. You get a few more of them, be nice, really nice to eat. You'll see these in the restaurants.
I like Dean. Dean's got a great heart. He's a certain taste. He's a bit Marmite. You either love him or you hate him. He can be inappropriate. He's what people look for in a fishing charter, because you don't just want a captain that sits there and says nothing. But I think there's a fine line, and I think Dean crosses it sometimes. Come on, the bottom of the boat.
Today, though, Nathan's determined not to be upstaged.
Green.
And is soon trying one of Dean's angling gags.
Got one on there, haven't you?
Never mind, Nathan. Maybe it'll work next time. Dean has now done all he can to help Nathan on his way.
So I'm really excited to actually do it, everything from scratch, if you know what I mean. Start the whole thing for myself and not have to be with Dean.
I've bugged myself a whole week because I'm so successful and I'm so good at what I do. Everyone wants to fish with Dean's charters. But now they'll have to come to Cape Verde and fish with Dean's charters. Because that's where Dean will be.
It's clear Nathan still has a lot to learn. And if he doesn't catch on soon, his business could be in real trouble.
It's impossible to teach him what I know in a couple of weeks. You can't do it. It's impossible.
He's got to learn off his own back, you know. You can only teach basic stuff, and then if you don't remember it the next day, that's experience.
But at the moment, that's the least of Nathan's worries. Though he has applied for his captain's licence, it still hasn't arrived.
Back home, things aren't that quick. But you come out here and it's a whole different ball game, and things take forever. So I think unfortunately, it's taken longer than I was expecting. So things have been thrown back again. It's just delay after delay after delay.
Dean has now handed over the business, but Nathan is unable to earn any money. His new business is stranded in the marina. A month ago, Alison and Richard Haylock invited their family to test run their B&B in the town of Mahoy-sur-Belle.
Quite like this.
It is, isn't it?
But now they are counting down to their first booking.
We are opening on Friday the doors to our very first guest, which is very exciting. We hope to open in April, and it simply hasn't happened. We haven't been able to get the work done. We have 2 really quite lovely rooms ready for guests. Almost. And we've got to take advantage of the summer market. We can't wait any longer. We really have to open our doors to the public, who I'm sure will be clamouring at it and going, let us in, let us in.
Following family feedback, Alison and Richard are making last-minute changes to room number 1.
Don't push.
They want it to be perfect for their first guest.
That's not level, is it?
It'll do. I think these lamps need swapping over the ones next door because they're red and they don't go with the pink curtains.
They go fine.
Well, we've got green ones next door. They'll be better.
Darling, I'm busy.
All right, OK.
You've asked me to do some things. You want to do some other things, that's fine, but don't stop me doing what I am doing.
Between the months of June and September, there is an average of just 5 days rainfall here, and temperatures are regularly above 30 degrees. That's almost twice the average of the UK. But this year, the area is also experiencing a heat wave, and the searing temperatures make the simplest task hard work.
Oh dear. Not good. Not a good look.
Alison is missing a few home comforts.
Normally you get somebody who comes around with a bucket and a ladder, all enterprising, and says, here, can I do your windows, love? And you say, yeah. And they charge you 40 quid and disappear.
And no B&B room is complete without a full-length mirror.
Not difficult. I need a drill. That's plasterboard.
How hard can it be to clean a window? I mean, how hard can it be?
Blimey. That's not plasterboard then.
Jury's out on that one, I would say. Well, it's better than it was.
You're right there.
The Haylocks B&B has a total of 3 ensuite bedrooms, and now room 1 is finally ready for guests.
As far as I'm concerned, it is drink o'clock, on account of the fact that it is now 6:15.
Now, at last, Alison and Richard can start earning some money.
We've only got 2 rooms ready, not the 3 that we hoped, but we'll carry on working on the 3rd room, autumn and winter, when it gets a bit quieter. But right now, we have to maximise the market as it stands. First guest, very exciting.
In Javier on the Costa Blanca, it's a big day for the Stallion family. Today's the day their bar will open to the public.
Got to this morning and I was like, man, we're not ready. But then, you know, once I had a little reset, then it's just a case of deep clean and dress it, and then we're ready to go.
This isn't going to be the only Gecko bar. They're going to be all over Spain. Maybe Italy and Portugal too.
It's 1 o'clock. The doors open in 6 hours.
Any more of these?
Yeah.
But there are some things in life you just shouldn't rush.
Whoa!
That That's shocking. Turn the power off, Steve.
That was close.
He's a strong man. If it'd been me, I would have had a heart attack and been dead.
Rain nowhere this morning.
With minutes to go before opening, there's one thing every good landlady needs to learn. Pulling a pint.
Off, on, okay? Hold it like that at an angle. I'll guide you.
Are you going to get me a little stool? I'm on my tippy toes.
You see it's now starting to build?
Yeah.
He gets there and just shut it off.
And
Okay. You're not far off, you're about a couple of mil.
let me feel
There,
it.
look, you're actually nearly, you're bang on. There you go, now it's settled, that's bang on.
Hold on.
That's a perfect first pint.
That's
it.
How would you like it, dear?
Gecko Bar and Grill is now open for business. But will any customers come to sample the newest bar in town? In Fuengirola Marina, fisherman Dean Hoyle has just sold his boat for €140,000. He wants to use that cash to try and set up in Cape Verde. The country is made up of 10 volcanic islands in the Atlantic, just 350 miles off the coast of West Africa.
It's been a nice experience for me. I've had 11 years here in the sun, drinking and a bit of partying here and there.
So he's now on the lookout for a bigger and better boat.
When I sold to the other fella, it's only 7.5, so it's a lot different size boat. It's just 10-metre boat.
Dean made a healthy profit selling his business to the other fella. That's Nathan. This new boat is up for €30,000.
In the Mediterranean, it was pretty flat all the time, but in Cape Verde, because it's the Atlantic, you get a lot of wind there, so it can be quite choppy down there, quite rough down there. I think this boat will make a good fishing boat for down there because it's stable, it's strong, it's got 2 big engines. It'll work well. It'll work well down there.
Dean plans to save cash by sailing to Cape Verde himself, so this boat needs a test drive.
As long as the engines, the motors are perfecto, no mechanical problemo, then there's no problem.
If all goes well, Dean could be a step closer to waving farewell to Fuengirola forever. Things are not going so well for Nathan. He still hasn't got his captain's licence, so can't take out any customers. But he has just bought himself a beautiful villa.
It's difficult, it's challenging, it's a lot of strain and it's a lot of hard work and effort to get through it. But look at the rewards when you actually do it.
This 4-bedroomed villa in the village of Mijas has cost Nathan almost £350,000. In Waltham-on-Thames, a property of this size would be worth well over £1 million.
Kind of fell in love with it when we first walked in. It's got loads of land, this is all mine here. I could have a massive party here and no one would mind. It's great. Same, I haven't got any mates.
This house is all part of Nathan's plan to create a better life for himself and his girlfriend Lucinda.
There's no neighbours. I have no neighbours. My only neighbour is this big place here. But it's not really a neighbour as such because it's over there. In England, my neighbour would be situated here. This is the chef's kitchen, as it's called. And there's enough space to create loads of mess, which we like to do as men, don't we? This is the master bedroom. We've got a walk-in shower, his and her sinks, and a walk-in wardrobe. This is my favourite part of the house, the seating area and dining room outside as well, which is really nice because living in Spain, you've got to make the most of being able to live outside more than inside, which is one of the main reasons why I wanted to move here as well, because I'm sick of being inside all the time and watching TV. I'd rather be out here watching that, which is really important for me because I need to know what the sea's doing every morning so I can let customers know if it's going to be a bit choppy and things like that, and see if they want to rebook it and make their experience a bit more pleasurable than forcing them to go out in a choppy sea.
At the port, Dean is back from his test drive. But has he found the perfect boat in which to sail off into the sunset?
We took the boat out, done sea trials on her to see if the boat's working good. The engines are fine. It's got 2 good motors in it. So I'll make him an offer on the boat and we'll see what he says.
Dean is finally ready to follow his dream of setting up on the Cape Verde Islands, meaning as of now, Nathan is on his own.
This is a big week for me. Not having Dean there is going to be quite scary to begin with. Having confidence in myself to know that I can get people on the fish and catch some fish is really important because that's going to come across to customers. But I feel fully confident I can do that now.
I'm not saying nothing. He's a totally different character to me. So what he does is totally different to what I'm doing. And the way I act with my customers and play around with them and joke with them, you know, you've got to be able to switch it on and switch it off on the boat. And I do that quite good on the boat. But you can't learn something like that overnight. I don't think you'd be able to do it.
It's the summer season in the French Dordogne. And Alison and Richard Haylock's first paying guest is on his way to their new B&B. He's also ordered a dinner at €25, so that means Alison has to prepare a meal.
Nearly an hour before he arrives, if he's on time. He might be early, might be late. I am so thirsty.
On top of all the pressure and stress, there's also a huge coincidence in the mix.
It turns out that I know the guy that's coming. So it's quite alarming in some ways. We've not spoken to each other for nigh on 50 years.
With their guest imminent, Alison has one final unexpected problem to solve.
The current problem is that the mattress is not secured in any way, shape or form to the bed. And it just floats on top of it and you can push it. If I was sleeping on this bed, I would feel much more secure if it were to stay still. I am tying the mattress to the bed frame with a piece of string.
We're not perfect, but we're opening for business because we want to open for business. We can't just sit around and wait till next year. We have to get going. Because that's what we're here for, to run a B&B.
But the time is up. Their first booking has arrived.
There's a Porsche. Eek! Julian, one-way street. Hello, mate. You've just driven down a one-way street.
So, I've arrived. What do you want?
Hello, I'm Alison. I'm very, very pleased to meet you. I've heard you have got a lot to catch up on, so tonight we'll leave you in here with Richard.
Okay.
So with plenty to talk about, it's straight to dinner.
Ah, close.
And it's a good start. The guest has wolfed down his first course.
Julian said it's the best fish soup he's ever had. Thank you.
So on to the next. Osso buco, or veal stew with rice.
I might have overestimated the quantity. I'm so sorry, so please just leave it.
You don't have to force yourself to eat it all, I promise you.
It's Alison's first dinner service, so what does Julian think?
This is delicious.
The importance of today is huge because we came over here to run a bed and breakfast. And my confidence is quite easily dented. I'm hoping that if he's got anything negative to say, he'll feel, one, able to say it, and two, in a way that I can simply say, right, I'll put that right.
This has been a huge emotional and financial investment for Alison and Richard. But after his stay, what will Julian think of the Haylocks B&B? Nathan Williams has been on the Costa del Sol for 12 weeks, and he has fallen for his new life here.
I would dread being forced to go back to the UK. I hate the idea of having to go through job interviews.
But there's a big problem for his business. His licence still hasn't arrived, meaning he's unable to take out any customers.
Because it's peak boat season at the moment, everything takes forever. As I explained, obviously, I needed this licence for my own sakes. And to be able to, it's my livelihood really, isn't it? So I explained the importance of it, and they didn't put me in a fast queue or anything like that, which I was kind of hoping for.
This is a major blow for Nathan. Until the licence arrives, he can't earn a penny. But he's making use of his enforced shore leave by removing all traces of the former skipper from his new boat.
I don't think Dean's cleaned the boat for a couple of years, to be honest, and the smell is implying the same thing. Musty, warm fish, / warm beer.
Having already spent €5,000 on slick marketing and merchandise, it's vital that the boat lives up to the image.
It's that whole first impressions thing, isn't it?
With so many reminders, Dean is never far from Nathan's mind.
You're in it, Phil. What's up, mackerel, mackerel? Oh, be careful, you caught it.
Wow, uncanny. Meanwhile, the real Dean Hoyle has landed on the African island of Cape Verde. The Portuguese-speaking islands have become known as the paradise in the Atlantic. It takes just 6 hours to fly here from the UK, and the climate is tropical. It enjoys around 350 days of sunshine a year, with temperatures rarely falling below 25 degrees. The island of Sal is where Dean dreams of setting up a new fishing charter. But after 10 years in Fuengirola, he needs to decide whether he is ready to gamble on a new life here.
It's nice. The people are nice. They're friendly. It's quite a small island, and it's not a very big tourist area. The beaches are beautiful. The weather's good every day. Never get no rain there. I think they've had 1 day's rain in 2 years. One day in 2 years. So that's not bad.
But this is not a holiday. Dean needs to be convinced there's a market here for his fishing charter. Today, he is hooking up with tour guide Blinky to address the most pressing question: where to moor his boat.
Come on then, let's go. Let's have some fun.
Right, I'm in the back, am I?
Yep, get in.
Right, in the back.
I'm sure you've had practice at getting your leg over. Get up.
There we go. Hey!
Over you get. So we're going to head to the west side now. We're going to go to Palmyra. This is basically the port where everything comes in with the containers.
I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's obviously interesting. It's coming over, starting up the fishing company.
Yeah.
It would be a good thing for me to see.
Palmyra is not one of the main tourist locations, but it is busy. So Dean might want to consider keeping his boat here.
A lot of people, when it's choppy in the winter, start their boat trips from here because it's easier and safer to get on the boat.
Yeah, nice.
There's no waves or no this.
But Dean is used to a secure marina in Fuengirola and has some concerns about this remote location.
It's a local marina for local people. No working fishing boats here.
No,
and I'll be honest with you,
fish comes in by locals.
I wouldn't like to keep my fishing boat here.
Yeah.
I think it'd be unsafe.
Dean is not satisfied with Palmyra, so decides to visit option 2, Santa Maria, where most of the island's fish are landed.
See all the people there waiting for the fresh fish there now? See that? They bring them down in wheelbarrows. This is one of the reasons I wanted to come to this island, because the fishing is outstanding.
But could Cape Verde be a bit too relaxed for Dean?
Unlike Spain, this island's not developed yet. Spain's developed. So you've got marinas that people have put money into and built them. Here you've got no marinas. All you've got is that pontoon. And all your customers got to go on and off that pontoon. The man that owns that pontoon, that man's got you there. And if you fall out with him, you're in serious trouble, because you're not going to be able to come in and out of that pontoon.
While Dean is having reservations, Blinky believes there is a market here for him and his business.
He's got character. And I think with the fishing business here, especially when it's big fishing, if you didn't catch anything, as long as you had a character on the boat, it makes a difference to your trip. So I think there is definitely room here for Dean to come and set up.
Dean enjoyed success in Fuengirola for 10 years. He's beginning to realise a move to Cape Verde may not be as simple as he first thought. Will Dean really be willing to risk his cash and his reputation on a new business in foreign waters? It's early evening in Javier on the Costa Blanca. After a 6-week renovation, Gecko Bar and Grill is finally open. The bar has been transformed from a rundown restaurant into the Stallion family's dream business.
I think what we've achieved today is amazing. I mean, yeah, OK, we're still not 100% ready, but we're open, our doors are open, and if people come in tonight, we can serve them.
And at 10 to 8, it's the moment everyone's been waiting for. A table of customers arrive at the bar.
I am proper chuffed.
And Gail can't wait to meet and greet them.
Hello.
The only problem is, they're Spanish.
Pleasure. How do you say pleasure in Spanish? I just didn't know what to say because he spoke to me in Spanish and I thought, I don't know what to say. I said hola. I said pleasure.
It's not long before Gail is back in her comfort zone.
This is nice because you've done all of this. This is different from that.
Yeah.
Are you going to be doing food?
We are. Not straight away. We're going to introduce it, within a very short time. We just want to really revamp the kitchen so that we can put some good food up.
Within an hour, Gecko Bar and Grill is bustling with customers, some locals and some tourists.
We've been here now coming up to 10 years and, being honest, it's probably the best it's ever looked.
Meanwhile, 10 kilometres away, Steve's fiancée, Kelly, is home alone. 6 weeks ago, she was desperately worried, believing they'd taken on far too much. Tonight, she's in a much better place.
Steve has been there every day for the last month and a half, a month that we've had this bar. Tearing down, building up, painting, planting, doing anything and everything to make us that we could afford on our budget, to make it what we want it to be. And Mum's been there with him every step, making choices with him. So tonight's about them, and it's good.
By 10 o'clock, it seems all the hard work is paying off. Gail and Steve have taken €200. It's not a fortune, but definitely a good start.
Even though, we've given the first drink of everybody who's come through the door a complimentary sangria, caña, whatever they like, really. People have stayed to have additional drinks, so which is nice. So we've made a few pennies tonight, which is actually great, and it's nice to be back, actually doing this. It's a bit surreal, actually. We're now making our own money, which is brilliant.
It's been an emotionally exhausting day, but the Stallions have done it.
I think it's amazing. The decor is fantastic, the lighting.
There are quite a few different businesses that are no longer around, bars, restaurants up here. So I honestly think, there is an opening in the market here.
And it's just what we need in this part.
The Stallions are revelling in their successful opening night.
I heard you were quite the lady.
But there's still a long way to go.
It's very nice, very pleasantly laid out. It's very good. Until I heard about the prices. Prices are not going to be very popular up here. They will die a death within 6 months.
Next time.
We're in trouble.
Problems for the Haylocks.
It has hit us very, very badly.
Can this exclusive hotel
And breathe.
host a wedding without a hitch?
They've got 2.5 hours to set everything up. That's not a lot of time.
Go, 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 go.
And a big catch for Dean.
Shark, man! Tiger!
But can Spain's newest fisherman impress his customers too?
If you guys see anything, please let me know, because the more eyes, the merrier.